Alright, so I'm not going to show the entire build on camera. I think I already mentioned that. What I'm going to do is show the new stuff. So that's why I'm starting with the backpack. And I actually went ahead and kind of got the backpack built as far as it would go before I need to do the steps to make it the Banshee Norn. And actually, once you get here, you're pretty much done the backpack. And you have a choice. Even the manual shows you at this stage, you know, they say you're going to go on to make, here it is guys, the Banshee Norn. But if you want the regular Banshee, you can do it this way. Well, the regular Banshee seems to be just, you know, you build the backpack and then you're going to stick the beam sabers in there, you know, like I did on the PG Unicorn. I built them just to kind of have, but I'm not going to use them because I am going to start building the Norn backpack, and for that I need an entire new runner, and it's an entirely different color. Like, look at this, purple. This is a WP runner. Now we know that much of the kit has undergates, but I'm looking at these new ones wondering, well, do the new runners, have they been designed with undergates as well? Well, we're going to find out as we go here. So just to allow me to kind of cut off what I need here, I need 2 arms. I need to make 2 arms that are going to have support those big unfolding backpack parts, right? So I got those right there. Those are called 17 and I need 15. So let me just find those here. 15 is this one, and these are not symmetrical. They are not the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 15 like this, and I'm going to put this in it like so. Actually, hold on. It looks like I'm going to need to put it in at a different angle. Need to pay attention, eh? So like this, and this to the outside. Now when I push this in like this, then I should be able to kind of just drop it on here like that. My apologies, I'm a little rusty here. It says that I'm supposed to, the manual actually says that you're supposed to look at this from the top. What I was kind of doing was kind of quickly looking at it from the bottom. If you look at it from the top, you should be able to line it up properly. So once you look at it from the top, you can see this fits in here, but this little tab will kind of extend out. Well, that should be the same shape as this here, or so they say, but I found that by doing it that way, I'm able to get these in, and they are staying. I can rotate them as I should be able to do, so there you go. I started off with a whimper, but hopefully go out with a bang. So once I've got that done, I actually have to set it aside, and I'm going to pull out some pretty large runners here. Now, I thought I had got most of them ready. This is the WR runner right here. You can see there is undergates right in here. I will have to take that off. So let me start snipping off pieces here. Need number 1. I've built a Banshee before in HG, but I haven't built a Norn in, well, I built an MG Banshee as well, but I have never built a Norn, so this backpack is kind of new territory for me. You know, I'm not terribly worried about it. I have that piece sit right there, and I'm going back to these purple pieces, which are going to be for my joints. So I need 19. I need 18. These are the same, so it won't be too difficult to do the other side as well. You'll know what you're looking at. And I need number 12 here. So with these, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place these on like so. Hopefully I got the right side up, right? There you go. This will pivot in like this, but with that done, I'm actually going to sit it right in there. And then I have to cover up with what they call WO. WO is this Flexi ABS runner here. So I need piece number 8, which should be this one. After this, much of these might be left for the that big shield, so I don't know if I'll be coming back to this runner too much. Here we go. Let's make sure I'm lining this up properly. It says I have to put it around these joints here like this. So drop it in there. There's some area there where I'm going to be putting more stuff on. So WQ2, which this one I need number 8, and there are some under gates I'm going to need to cut off here. Okay. You know, that's a tricky gate. Right next to an edge that you're not supposed to cut. But I think I got them, so. Again, I'm going kind of quickly here. I'm not going to make sure everything's like pristine, but put in like so. And you can kind of see that clear runner underneath that. Some people might not like this color. They might want to paint it. I mean, this will take paint quite easy. Go ahead. Another piece from this runner. Interesting that they're giving me undergates on the underside of this thing. Like, you won't be able to see this ridge visible from that side, but they are undergating it anyway. Like that. Okay. Pretty good. I mean, we know what we can kind of expect from this, right? But I'll have to wait until I get it all together to put it through the motions. So, an even bigger part, you know, this is a PG, so the parts are either really big or really small and plentiful. So here's a big one. Get that one. W06 here. No undergates on these pieces so far, it seems. Now you can see this kind of zigzag here, right? Well, that's going to fit into this gap here once I line it up correctly, I'm sure. But I do need one more piece, so let me get that. WR2. And again, quite a few undergates on this side. Whoever cleaned up this office after me is going to have to pick up a lot of little pieces of plastic. Hope their vacuum cleaner's bag is empty. Okay, so with that off, I'll first lay this. I guess it goes along here. You can see the ridge here. That is kind of cool. I'm going to lay this part in here. It sits on there like so. And then here we go. So there's some clear parts coming out of there. Now I don't know if this is how Bandai is hoping to get this thing to glow, right? Because the backpack lights up below, as we know from the unicorn, right? So and now let's get some more parts we need here. 13, 14. And its own little piece here, number 3. WR3. WR3. So first things first, I gotta put this piece in here with this little hole sticking out. I don't know if you guys can see that. Don't want to zoom in too much because these pieces are so big. It might be hard to focus if I'm going between small pieces and big pieces. But also, sometimes people will kind of bring it to my attention that when I'm moving things around, they kind of go out of the shot, and people don't like that. So let's plug this in here, like so. This must maybe supposed to be in there. There you go. Looks better to me. Now, what it has me do is it has me have this piece, and a beam saver. So it's a good thing I made my beam savers, my beam saber handles anyway. I didn't realize I would need them. But this beam saber handle actually fits up in here like this. It's supposed to, I guess you can access your beam saber handle, but I more suspect that this might fold in and clip into the back of the backpack. So we'll have, time will tell, right? We put this on here like so, and now I've got this kind of wing, right? So it actually is done for this side. I now have to go ahead and I have to make the other side. So let's get the pieces I need for that. Hopefully it'll go a little bit quicker because I've done it once before. But who knows, you know, if I make another mistake, it'll set me back. Bandai came at me at the right time with this kit. Yeah, I was hyped on it before, but you know, I was hyped on it enough that I went back and made sure I finished my unicorn, for the most part, finished anyway. And just putting that together reminded me just how awesome this kit, these two kits now, are designed. And I had a great time putting it back together. And as I was putting it together, I was thinking, okay, you know, I can't wait, Banshee, get it in my hands, do this all over again. So yeah, there's a little bit of repetitiveness to this for me, but I am not complaining, that's for sure. So like that. Get the piece I need from here. Make sure it's tucked in there. Now that I know kind of what's coming, I'm gonna make sure they're all pushed in properly. Okay, sorry about that. I got a couple gate marks to remove here. If I stop talking, maybe it means I've achieved that state of zen when it comes to building. I'm just in the zone, I guess. But that's not quite true. I'm just repeating something I've already done, so I feel that maybe I don't have so much to say. So let's get this in here and make sure I pushed them in all the way. Last time it kind of hung out a bit, so if it hangs out a little bit this time, it might mean I missed a gate. So I gotta keep that in mind too. Right in there. I think it's not sticking as it should. That's better. And then this piece. There we go. Now I'll get the other parts, and look at that, I'm already finished this new runner. WQ2, I no longer need you. Finished. This will go in the box, which is now a garbage box. And there it is, the missing one, the missing gate mark. W07, 007, no, it's W07. In Japan now, it seems that W means double. People will want a double of something, and they'll just write the letter W. And I'm not quite sure that's sufficient, but it just seems to be the way things go. Double, double. Okay, so let's get this in here like last time. The zigzag, right? That's the lineup I wanted. All these things sticking out, I couldn't figure out which side I was supposed to put it in. Which hole do I put it in? Get it all in there. Snap, 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 snap. Yes, we're all used to the tight fits of Bandai, that's for sure. Although sometimes you hear that noise and you're afraid you broke something. But that doesn't seem to be the case yet, though I'm not ruling it out that I will not do that for the video. Alright. This runner is new in that it has the parts for the backpack, but you can see they've also given you the new head parts. Here, as well as the new pilot suits. So this is actually all new in there. And we'll get to that later on. Stick this in here. Okay, now if I gotta make sure I line this up properly, because it does have to kind of go in here, and the fit is very tight. And I got it. I got my old beam saber. I will plug them in there. I'll make sure that I have this facing the right way. There you go. Now I can put that on. So I've got these two things. I've got these two things, and all I got to do is kind of drop them onto my backpack. Sorry guys, I'm back. I found my error. Originally I thought I had these on the wrong way, because you know this gold part is supposed to be in the middle, right? But it turns out I had these the right way, but I had put them on the wrong side. You know, the manual, they don't really differentiate. Like when you look at it, it says the left wing, which I'm assuming is this side. It doesn't include in the graphic this kind of look. So I thought I was looking at this side. That's not the case. So I kind of went back and just kind of did it how I felt it would work. And now I'm able to close this up and close up that back like so. So I'm going to assume this is correct, because I'm hiding the gold like this, right? And then when it comes time to open this baby up, and then I can start kind of unfolding it. So for now, let's say that that's how it's supposed to be, and I just kind of tuck it in there, and I'm gonna just flip the page and make sure that I haven't missed a part, but I have not. This is the backpack in its entirety. So there you go. So now I kind of rushed through that. I need to make sure I take my time on this next piece. I'm going to be doing that big shield, the Armed Armour DE. So let me grab those parts and I'll have that ready. Okay, we're going to build the Armed Armour DE, and for that I actually need a built shield. So I went ahead and I built this guy, and we're going to be kind of putting the sections on. So he's here right now. I will need to actually kind of put it back into its proper kind of closed unicorn mode shield here. So I'll go ahead and do that, and it looks like I'm supposed to pop off the attachment, so I've done so as well. So with that here, let's look at what else I need to do. Now I need a whole bunch of different runners here. I need the WN7, and these are some fairly big parts. We'll just go right into it here. So I need this big one first, and I'll need to do this to the other side in a second, but let's make sure I know what I'm doing beforehand and kind of clean it up all nice and smooth there. So with this piece, I'm going to continue to go back to this runner here. I need number 3. It looks like there's not really undergates on this runner, but you might not need them. So I will put this in here like this, like so. And then I'll just repeat that for the opposite side. These gates are quite small considering the size of the piece here. So, like so, like so. There we go, and more purple. Wasn't aware there was so much purple on this kid, on this suit. So with those, make sure I know which is which, of course, right? Move them over here. Let's get on to the next part here. So I need WN7 and WN8, which are these larger parts. Clean that up later on. So with this, I have these. Now these are supposed to, this is supposed to go on. Is it going to be first or is it going to be second? It's supposed to go on, I guess, and cover up here. Make sure I'm lining up these holes. You would think. That's what I want. It fits on here. It kind of just sits on there. Now inside here there are some things I need to place, and they are meant to go a very specific way, so I need to pay attention here. So They're right here. They're called number 8. So I'm going to take one off and go one at a time here. Make sure I'm looking at the right thing here. Because they're not the same underneath. There is a short side and a long side. That's what it says. There's a short side and a long side. So this, which would look longer to you? Long width here is longer, no? So with that, I have to put it in here. Maybe I forgot to get my tweezers, but I'll use this. Now it takes a little bit of effort to get in there. Once it gets in there, it pops into the groove that's behind there. This will probably be able to turn, but I'm not going to experiment yet. I gotta put one more on here. More on here. Get in there. And there we go. Okay, so those in place. Now I do have to go back to this runner here because there's a couple pieces I need here. So I need piece 1 and 2. Just make sure I don't mix them up. There's number 2. Here's number 1. So number 1 is meant to clip into here like that. It's going to kind of rest in there. This, like I suspected, kind of will move in there, and it kind of locks it from going any further. So let's get that in there like so. I'll put it in here and I'll slide it down, and you can see it kind of just rest there. So I can then take these monster things that I've previously made and put them in there as well, like so. So you can open them up and close them. That's pretty easy. Nothing too fancy, I'm imagining, right? They sit like that and then they will open up, right? Like that. So that's cool. It kind of stops that orange piece and then you can continue on. That's kind of cool. So now I got those. I'm actually supposed to kind of put this here, you can see, into the shield. So, man, not much space there but to see. But I'll put it on there like that. It's already looking like it's supposed to. So now I'm still going here. I need some more parts here. Take this one. No undergates on there, it seems. And this piece here. I'll cut off the other one because I'm going to need it in a second. And with that, let's drop it into place here. It's like a Lego block, that huge holes fitting together there. Like so. So I've got this and this, and I'll turn the page. Here we go. Okay, so I will need these, and they're meant to be this way. But I need this. I need this runner. Look at this thing. Look at the size of this thing. So I need number 6, which is this monster piece here. You can, when you hit that gate mark and you cut it, you can feel the weight of it sag because that piece on the other side is so heavy. Might have some stretch marks on this guy when I'm done. No undergates though. So I also need this large piece here. And 2 pieces from here. Now these are the same, so I don't really have to worry about confusing them. So I think I've got everything I need here. Let's see what I can do. So this and this are supposed to fit into here. Easy enough. There you go. They're not going to come out. They're nice and solid. And from there, I'm going to need to put these and these here. Like so. And these will, of course, move. And I need to put this against this. So let's line this up properly. It'll go in like that. Like that. Now I have two pieces here, number 2 and 3, so they are under gates on this one. And these are the last ones from this runner that I need. That'll go away. Have some cleaning up to do after this. Okay, so this one will drop onto here. It's nothing terribly elaborate here, given that you just got these really big pegs and these really big holes, and if you line them up, they just kind of drop in, right? Like so, and then you get open. Don't get ahead of yourself. Okay, so with that, now I'm taking the biggest piece of this entire kit. Look at that gate run up there. I'm not counting the stand, of course. I'm just counting parts on this kit here. I remember when I opened up the PG Unicorn and looked at the horn, or looked at the shield and thought, oh man, that's massive. Now I'm looking at something even bigger. So let's get all these pieces off here that I'm going to need. And WM2. WM2. Oh, it's tucked up in here. No wonder I didn't see it. Very, very sneaky. So now this one will go on these pegs here, and it looks like it will be able to move once I get it on, right? Just that much though. Okay, so I'll get that on there. I will get this into its place here. It looks right to me. It's nowhere else it seems that it will really fit. And this, that's a gate mark I don't like. Here. It's just sitting there. Even the gate marks are so heavy you can't even blow them away. Okay, so if I get this right, everything sits up there like that, and then you can see like this. So now I'm not finished with this piece yet. I do have a couple pieces left on this runner that I need to take care of, so we're going to need piece number 4. We'll do this one at a time as well, so I can make sure I know what I'm doing before I get to the second one. It has undergates, and also there's one gate that's not an undergate. That's annoying. Okay, number 3. So, when I was wondering about these pieces, these small little circles here, it looks like I'm going to use them now. So, taking this and this is now supposed to slide into here. And like that. Kind of sits up in there. Repeat that. There you go. I'm flying through these runners. They are going fast. repeat the process. It's funny to see the little purple piece in here. And there we go. So with these, I now have little pegs right here that I'm going to put them on. And there's one. Here's two. And I've got it sitting up in here. It looks like they will, I don't know how far that will go. It looks like there's meant to be a stopper in there. So what I'll do is I'll just kind of have this here for now. I'm supposed to take, look at the size of this thing. I'm supposed to take this thing and put them together like so. Okay, I can do that. I assume if I get one set of pegs lined up, the rest of them should be. So I'm going to put some pressure on here lightly. If I push pressure on here, it's not secured underneath. It could snap. So make sure your pressure is kind of along this big piece where the pegs were. Okay, how cozy that is. Look how small that is. But wait, you know, I got this. And one piece from here. These aren't under gates, but I'm cleaning them up anyway because they're at an angle. Like so. So I have this monstrosity, and I'm supposed to tuck everything up together. That's what it says. And then I'm supposed to lay it in here. Like that. My God, man. Like this. I just can't stop laughing. It's huge. Like, I can't even fit it in the shot. Looks like a spaceship. Look at that. It is enormous. Now, this will probably go on and supposed to kind of hold it in there. And, you know, I hope that's the case because that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to snap it on. And does it hold it? Does it hold it? Yeah, this thing's solid. It's not moving. So there is the Armed Armour DE. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. Here we go. Let's give you more to look at. Look at that. Okay, there's more to go. I'm not going to transform it yet. I like to save that for when I have the mobile suit on because you still use this connection. It's supposed to go on a certain way. But I'll put it on here for now just so I don't lose anything. And until I get this next thing set up, you're going to have to give me a couple minutes. Okay guys, this is the last for this session. What I'm trying to do is trying to show you the new things which don't necessarily involve the LED, and I figured that's why we're going to do the backpack, the Armed Armour DE, and now just the extra revolving launcher that comes on the bottom of the rifle. So I've actually had to assemble the entire rifle. There's nothing new about the assembly of the rifle itself, but what happens is you then get these runners here and this little runner here to mount it. So let's put this aside for a second so I don't bang it around. What I'm going to need to do is just start removing these pieces. And these are just, you know, mounted underneath the gun, but with the rifle being so big on this kit, these pieces are a handful as well. So what I'm going to do, they give you two of these runners, but I see that you can only mount one launcher at a time, which means the other one might mount somewhere else, but I'm not sure about where that is yet. So what I'm going to do is I have to take this here and I have to somehow put this into here. It'll lay in there. It can kind of move, but it's not. It'll follow, of course, the way it is now. What I have to do is just put this together here, like so, so it can come off and close. That's easy enough, right? And I'm going to take this piece, and this is kind of cool. What I'm seeing here, I'm going to take WT8 right here. And what you have to do is you have to kind of put it into this, and you see that here, there's 4 grooves. You have to put it in there and slide it down. So I'm already kind of messed up my alignment. There you go. Slide it down like that. And then I'm going to put this on. And what is this for? Well, actually you can see that, you know, it's the same. But I can actually pop that out and I can make it look like, you know, it's firing, or even take the entire thing out and start putting in the, I guess, the aftermarket, or not the aftermarket parts, but the clear parts. But for now, we'll drop it in there like it's supposed to be. We'll close it up. You can hardly tell, right? Very quickly, I have to make the second one here. See if I can remember all the parts I'm going to need. Like so. Put in the little door. Put it together. Slide in that one launcher that's going to come out. Put it like so. Now with this runner, I have to mount it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take I'm just going to cut off everything. You're only using it now. You're not coming back to it later. So during this little section of the build, everything comes off. There you go. Here we go. Put that in the pile. Stacking up back there. Now I get to put these 2 together already, although I remember there's undergates, so before I do that, let me find those. Okay, dropping these in together. Click, click, and then this piece, which has some gate here, although it's not an undergate. It is meant to go in here. Is that the case? Just kind of sits there. Make sure I got it on there. It just kind of sits on it. It's not going to slide like I thought it might actually. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and hopefully I'm going to get it in here properly. Like that. Again, this kind of just sits on here. It's not a peg or anything, it's just kind of there, but it's not coming out. So taking my launcher, I'm supposed to, it said 1, 2, 3, I'm supposed to pull that out. Is that the case? Open this arm. And then slide this up into here like that. Click. Okay, that's cool. That slides back in there. Click onto the front there. And this can kind of go in here, slide this back all the way, and kind of drop it in there, and it will hold it. So there he is. There's the undermounted revolving launcher. That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Now, which one is the fake one? I think it's this one here, but I'm not sure. Anyway. I imagine I can rotate these as much as I want and then fire from whichever side. So there you go. I'm going to call it for today. We're going to say we're finished. And then the next time we're going to be in front of the camera, we'll have much more of the actual mobile suit, the Banshee Norn itself, and not the accessories. All right, thanks for watching.